Here's a 3-part series that you cycle through 1 rep at a time. Start off with a chest fly, then get into a neutral grip press, and then finish with a tricep extension. The great thing about this is because it alternates between an isolation for the chest, and then a compound move for all the pushing muscles, and then finishes with an isolation for the tricep. As one group sort of rests, the other group gets the work. You cycle through, 1 good isolation, squeeze the chest, then tie it into that compound movement. As the chest rests, then you get the isolation on the tricep. This will really start adding up, so you don't need much weight, particularly if you go from that one leg position where the entire core works and your body has to work a little bit harder to stay stabilized. Also, the Bosu ball adds that great element of stabilization and work all the way through the body. As I continue to work through, the entire body really gets fired up. So each of the muscles in the upper body are really working at this point. The leg, the core, all starting to get a little fatigued. So I'll go through a couple more rounds, get a good squeeze on that chest, try and get a good neutral press there, and then finish with a good strong tricep. After I'm done here, I'll typically drop down, reset a little bit, and then try and do a few more rounds with both feet down. This way I can really focus on the muscles at hand. I don't have to worry about the balance and the stabilization. So some of that energy I was using to stabilize the body in the one leg, now I can focus that toward the chest, the shoulders, and then the tricep. So as you work through all of this, by the time you get 3, 4, 5 rounds each leg position, you should hit a good ending point where a moderate weight will really challenge the entire body. Taking 2 isolation exercises and doing a few of them sequentially back and forth is another way I like to kind of burn things out and get a lot of work in a short amount of time. Starting from a single leg bridge position, hitting 3, 4, 5 flies, and then transitioning into a tricep extension. So after isolating the chest, now we come and isolate the tricep. After a few reps there, switch legs and then repeat. It's very possible you might have to reset the body and recenter yourself, but once you do, then you continue. So start off, hit your series of flies, whether it's 3, 4, 5, anywhere, maybe up to 8 or 10, depending on what you're doing. Once you transition, don't be afraid to reset. Make sure that core position is locked in, and then hit some good tricep extensions or flies, whatever you happen to be doing. Once again, I like to go ahead and set double leg down to finish off. So now we hit the flies from a good strong base where I can have all the energy into the exercise and not necessarily into the stabilization. Hit some good flies, just showing about 3 there, and then transitioning into the tricep to finish it out. Really trying to squeeze, isolate it out, and then once I'm done, I'm going to drop down and get one more set. This is actually a little bit of a mechanical drop set coming into an incline fly, but now there's no tension or energy at all on that pressure holding up the bridge. I can put everything into the fly, and then as we transition after that, I can put all my energy into the tricep. Once again, the angle is a little bit different, so I'm going to change this into a little bit of an extension press, but still trying to really burn out the triceps as best I can to finish out. I often like to finish up that combo with some kneeling bicep curls. So you get a little bit of bicep during the chest fly, and so you really hit the tricep hard on those two, and then you can finish it out with some good curls. Just a few examples of some regular curls, and I'll reset my posture for some neutral grip or hammer curls. Finish out the arms with a good little bang. Slight alternate position, feet up on the Bosu, gives a little bit more of a balance component with the feet not really engage as much. You'll also get a little bit more stretch. Often if you're doing this, a pad under the knees helps. But once again, we're just going to try and control the body and isolate the biceps as best you can. Both from a regular curl or a neutral grip, that's completely up to you. Finally, there is the knees balancing on top. Now this is going to be much more of a core exercise and an exercise in controlling the body. So as the weights swing from to your side out in front of you, you'll notice there's a big dynamic change in the balance, and you have to control the weight. So it's still very much a bicep exercise, but it's also an exercise in controlling your body at the same time.